2018 GSL Season 2 Codes Overgrowth.
Who's the victim now? Stand up and take a bow. Face right, face left, face everyone you disrespect.
Welcome back. We got sOs versus GuMiho coming up next. ByuN beating Stats is really exciting.
It is. It is.
And we're seeing ByuN play, I think, better than we've seen in a really long time.
Yeah.
I know he's a world champion. Not the most recent one, of course, but so it's kind of weird to say that. But I am blown away by how he was handling that. And Stats did not look bad at all. I mean, I saw Stats had the depth timing so perfect that he was drawing mine shots out and shitting away.
I mean, yeah, it's a wild thing that we see, but I'm so happy that ByuN has come today in tip-top form. He looked good in the last group stage as well, so maybe ByuN is back. The Horsemen are back together, Tasteless, all of them looking strong.
Yeah.
Now, of course, sOs, this is another question. Does this guy go to the finals once again? He's been, he's been kind of in such a weird spot in recent years where it's like he's normally the guy that barely didn't make it to BlizzCon, the tournament he always wins when he goes. It's been kind of sad in that way, but I don't know.
And GuMiho, despite being a pretty recent GSL Codes champion of this tournament, I think is actually overshadowed in accomplishments by our other three players. But look, GuMiho, he might be able to get out of this group first still. We don't know. GuMiho, he's got his own brand of Terran.
Yeah.
And, if you're someone trying to learn Terran, I'd say careful with trying to learn what GuMiho is doing, because it seems like he's the only guy that can make it work.
You're very right. He is a kind of like a strategic mastermind. He makes all his own stuff. But anyways, this is kind of wild that Darkness Sanctuary made it through. So, okay, we're going to see the first game there. I wonder what GuMiho will do here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, our game's loaded up, so let's find out. sOs versus GuMiho.
Jin Air Green Wings, sOs.
We're hoping to see some quality sOs play. This PvP is so good, I almost hope he loses this match.
Storm Gaming, GuMiho.
GuMiho, Darkness Sanctuary doesn't get through the vetoes very often at all. In fact, there was like a stat at one point, out of 40 matches, it was vetoed 39 times. It's just like, it doesn't get through generally. It's a giant map, especially in this matchup. You have to play completely different as Terran, because if you Protoss can do anything they want, and by the time your Terran army gets across the map, they have as much as you, and they hold. So we've seen, for instance, when Alive played here, it was one of the most brutal things, because Alive is like, I'll just play it like a map that I normally play, and it's like, no, you can't do that.
Thanks for coming down, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the games. A lot
different
of people
angle
down
now.
It's too hot to be outside, by the way. When did it suddenly become planet Araxis or whatever? It's so hot. It is so hot outside.
It is definitely hot outside.
It went from too cold in Seoul to everything is wet and rainy to now it's too hot.
Yeah.
And that's why we have the best gamers in the world here.
Part of it for sure. Do you think there's any chance, Tasteless, that GuMiho will do something like mech this game?
I don't
feel like
why
if
not.
there's a map where GuMiho might be able to get mech to work out, it could be this one. Just because it's so far. But look at this proxy that we're seeing. This is so funny.
Yeah,
it's right in the middle.
It's right there by the tower too.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about putting stuff out there like this. We love it too. By the way, there's something funny about putting this proxy kind of out in the middle, just right where the tower is, because that's, I guess you call it hiding in plain sight.
Yeah. Well, the map is so long that I think he just assumes nothing's going to go to the middle of the map for a while.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And he's right. Especially considering he's now killed that SCV.
It's funny, too, because with watchtowers on this map, that's not a particularly valuable watchtower as some other watchtowers are.
No, yeah.
It's not something you're like, oh, well, if I get this, I might see. Because, it's such a big map that people can go around it. So This is why SOS is won the world championship twice. Is he plays so. He knows how to outsmart smart people, and those are the scariest kind of people to play strategically in StarCraft.
Yeah.
They understand how other smart people think, and they go, oh, okay, well, I see that you're intelligent, so you're going to discount all these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do something that almost doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And these are the people, of course, that smart people are the most upset with, too, when they lose on the ladder, right?
Yeah.
Because they're busy. They're typing out all this awful stuff about how they're, they actually understand the game and you don't.
Like,
You don't realize it's actually SOS on the other side of the keyboard staring blankly, waiting for you to leave the game. And,
yeah. Look at this, hiding his Hellions. I think he only saw one there. Cyclone's coming out. Oh my god, the Oracle's just going to fly right into Asus. Look at this. Sees the third command center and is going to get plenty of damage done because these Oracles aren't done yet.
I want to take a look at GuMiho's face. He's like, oh my god, that's in the middle of the map. All right, so the Hellions go by. This is actually quite bad. The Hellions are still. It's going to be a long time before the Hellions can get up there. They're only just now going to get to this base. So that was the most damage that SOS could have done there. I was wondering about this. I said with 4 of them, he might be able to run up the ramp. Okay, they need to attack or do something. Okay, I think GuMiho's freaked out.
This is heartbreaking for GuMiho. He could have done so much more damage. The damage isn't done, but trust me, he could have done so much more damage than whatever the hell he's getting done.
Oh my god. Okay, actually, if he strafes right, does he actually get this?
He gets out, barely. Oh no!
Oh!
Wow, I feel like
I thought
he was going to get out just barely.
Yeah, I think he didn't quite angle that right.
Huh.
Does he make another Oracle?
I think you're right. There might have been a turn in there or something. He didn't.
Do you keep making Oracles and just attack in here? Is that the plan?
Well, it's SOS, so
no,
that
so he makes a third base.
You can probably do both.
Yeah.
He's like, 2 Oracles flying in. Oh god, that Widow Mine. That would be insane if he catches one. The amount of damage that he dealt, wow.
Oh my god, but the problem is, okay, hold on. Just taking a glimpse here. Okay, now there's a mine. I wonder if he's just outside of range, man. The problem is that that mine doesn't cover the expansion, but that's kind of why it's there, is there's a chance that... Okay, hold on. He's going to push up here. Now, we don't really have much other than this bunker. I believe the SCVs repair this in time no matter what. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But he made the Cyclones go down and flies in with the Oracles, gets a couple more kills. It seems like that was actually worthwhile to lose the Zealot.
He's hoping he can get up here just fast enough. And what's funny is, keep in mind, he's killing so many workers, so it might look like, well, that attack's not going to end the game, but the truth is that GuMiho has 27 SCVs.
Yeah, and killing any SCVs after you've killed as many as he opened up with it with the Oracles, it gets, like, stronger. And the thing is, like, he identified that there's only 2 Marines in the bunker. That takes a long time, 2 Marines to kill a Stalker. He doesn't care if he loses a Stalker until he gets 4, 5, 6 SCVs.
Some players can actually get way too intimidated at lower levels from bunkers because they take a while to kill. But yeah, if there's only 2 Marines in there, do you really care? Are you scared of 2 Marines normally? No, like, you could ignore it. So now he's got 4, but this is still a pretty robust army here for SOS.
Yeah. I think he's just about done with these moves, though. With the 2 Cyclones sitting there as well. Maybe the Oracle can try to go back in, or the Oracles, rather. Setting up the double forge. He's got his 3 Nexuses up. Of course, GuMiho has 3 command centers, but not even enough SCVs for 2 bases, considering he's been repairing so much and all this.
Okay, gonna gun down that plate. Again, GuMiho's really been pushed into a corner here. And, one of the key factors of this map, and we were talking about this before the game just turned into a brawl right away, but this is a map where you're so far away from each other, it's kind of hard to get a closer. But it looks like what SOS is doing is he's keeping such a high amount of pressure on that he's going to outgrow GuMiho. And I'm not really sure what the plan is for GuMiho other than to just try to stabilize here. I mean, even doing these little things like coming forward and trying to hit that depot, he's keeping the pressure so high.
Yeah. He's keeping GuMiho sitting right there, afraid of all-ins and things like that. GuMiho doesn't know exactly what's going on. We haven't been hearing any scans. He's been dropping mules considering his economy's been hurt. So it's hard to say what SOS is doing at home.
Again, he just comes in here and blinks.
Oh,
you're kidding me. He's so good. Okay, so if you take out Stim, then they don't get to leave their base for an even longer amount of time.
I think I can count the amount of pro games on one hand where the Stim upgrade was killed in the Terran 1.
Yeah.
It's just
the most important upgrade, really, in order to give Terran the initiative on the map.
I guess a funny thing about Darkness Sanctuary is you can't really hit when Stim finishes anyways, because it's so long. I almost feel like never attacking is the only... This is like the Warren Buffett map. Like, you get your value in early and you just never spend it. You know what I mean? Like, you're sitting there, you're getting upgrades, and the right amount of time to sit in your base is forever.
Yeah.
Like, going across the map to attack is so difficult. It just seems like a map like that, in my opinion, in this matchup.
So, GuMiho is, I guess, going to try to come out here. Again, with no stim, the Terran army, it's just not a real threat, you know. It's not just that they are going to attack faster with stim, it's that they run faster. They can get closers and fights more quickly. Yeah. Terran units are basically just so awful without stim, it's hard to emphasize.
Yeah, Bio is just...
It
doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
We have Protoss upgrades, so it's pretty important. Now, SOS is actually coming out. He might feel like because Stim is gone, he can get something done here. He has a lot of Zealots. Charge is about to finish. He does have 1-1. 1-1 and Stim still not done for GuMiho here. Oh, man. So Zealots into the main base with Charge done. GuMiho has to bring a bunch of units, and now the big attack from SOS hits elsewhere.
He does not blink through. The problem is the sheer volume of units. Well, the Zealots are not in a great spot, but those force fields are quite good. Is this actually the end?
Look at those SCVs.
Good
that is
SCV
a
stop.
Beautiful block. Oh my god, those Zealots, if those things had been attacking this whole time, this game would definitely be over. It might be anyway.
I think it might be over anyways. I think he's going to have another warping round, and there are still Zealots in the main attacking whatever SCVs are still there. SOS takes game 1, GG. Look, really impressive game. And again, it's one of those weird-ass SOS openings.
Yeah.
Proxy Stargate right in the middle of the map.
Indeed. In GuMiho, the thing is he ran over with 4 Hellions, and he was against 2 Stalkers and like a Zealot.
Yeah.
He did mess up there when he was trying to get up the ramp. He lost 2 right away. Well, he didn't shoot as much as he could have. He actually could have killed as many probes maybe as SCVs were killed by the Oracles.
You know, the problem is that the Oracles were killing so many SCVs, he was trying to deal with that.
Yeah.
So
well, he had so little defense at home that it almost felt like he should have just ignored the Oracle. It's like, well, you don't even have anything that hits air. Are you really going to run and like tax that? Maybe it would have been better to really focus on the Hellions. But regardless, SOS gets the better end of that. Could have gone sour early on, but finishes it well.
Nicely done. We're going to go into game number 2. It's going to be on Eastwatch. It's loaded up. This is SOS versus GuMiho. Okay. All right, so GuMiho, proxy me. Teach you a lesson, SOS. Now the question is, where will it be placed and will it be spotted?
Well, with the speed of this probe sent out, this is like if you scout after your pylon instead of after your gateway, you know so early that you can kind of just do like a 1-base build. Yeah, the double.
And one thing about an SOS is he doesn't just play a game of StarCraft. He plays a best of 3, best of 5, and best of 7. He knows how to sequence his strategies. So he opens up with one thing. Okay, let's fill your mind with certain ideas and have shown you a certain type of play.
I feel like it's mildly interesting that there's no depot. He put his depot near his command center. Normally you build them at the front so you can wall off of the factory.
He's going to scout it.
Yeah. Not going to be able to stop it from being finished.
Still.
It's too far along.
Wow, this is very disheartening here for GuMiho.
But you can't just play normal from here. Like, you can just, you know, we saw ByuN make like 2 Reapers and a Cyclone and go command center.
No, you're totally correct. I mean, it's not like the game's over by any measure. But, I mean, this is just a bad start. Now, that's funny.
Yeah.
So he hides another building out here. He's doubling down, but that other building hasn't been scouted.
But
of course, the probe's in the main, so he sees the lack of that building.
Yeah, and even like I was talking about that depot there, as soon as you don't see a depot at the front of the wall, it kind of points towards something like this, just because you want to have your wall up ASAP. Otherwise, something like an Adept can come up and ruin your SCV count. So Proxy Factory should be an easy tell here, expecting SOS not to die. That doesn't mean that GuMiho has no chance here, though.
No, GuMiho can still make this work for sure.
By the way, look at the difference in Reaper Micro between GuMiho and ByuN, because ByuN with 1 against 1 Zealot, normally you make the Zealot because they have a hard time microing, right?
Yeah.
But here it's like ByuN got 2 probes and GuMiho got 0. Definitely showing differences in their superpowers.
So GuMiho's going to pull away the barracks. Unless he lands it somewhere else, but I think it's just headed back. And so the Zealot's going to scout that it's gone, but the threat is not. The threat is absolutely not. He is still making a Cyclone just outside here. You know, that probe was alive for a very long time.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable for GuMiho.
Got so much intel.
The thing that good StarCraft players like more than anything is vision of what their opponent's doing.
Yeah.
If you have vision, I mean, this is why when map hackers once ruled the land long ago in StarCraft 1, you know, it was so abusive because you just see what they're doing and you make the counter to it. So definitely an uncomfortable opening here in a lot of different ways for GuMiho. Not a game he can. I mean, he can absolutely win this still, but it's been bumpy.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty heartbroken, I think, considering that it is 1 Stargate Phoenix with 3 gateways. That is, I can't think of a better way to counter what he's up against.
So sOs immediately and reflexively has that Cyclone come back and chase that. Now, this is the moment he needs to do some damage. Moments like this, you want to check the pylons. Okay, what can he possibly unpower?
Look at this. Doesn't actually target on the medevac. I thought he might choose to do that rather quickly, but I mean, the Phoenixes can just wreck everything from here.
Yeah, and this is a really
6
straightforward
probes.
win. You think GuMiho's going to stay in the game, Artosis?
Yeah. Doesn't want to just go immediately. But this is like, oh man.
Get that back in the air.
Look at this. Look at this. SOS not microing perfectly right now, but I don't think it's entirely needed.
So now you're going to see why Vikings aren't usually landed to fight. One of the worst ground units in the game. But he was trying to basically avoid those Phoenix shots.
Well,
yeah, this has been a brutal series, I'll say that much.
Yeah, like every unit GuMiho's making is dying. Neither of them have expansions, so it makes sense for GuMiho to stay and try to make something happen. And he did kill some workers. But when you look at this Phoenix count, how many workers do you think these will eventually kill? Like, even if he has units, like I see he's made a bunker at home preemptively because he's like, oh, well, I can't just defend because the Phoenixes will kill
I'm actually
everything.
amazed that he's still making that Cyclone. I guess he wants to buy time, but yeah, I mean, Terran has been completely reset. Protoss has so many tools at his disposal, really. And there's an empty bunker with units attacking at the front. One of the sadder things to see.
Yeah.
And in fact, I don't even know, is that the right angle? Can they actually still repair that in time?
I don't think there's any way to live here. Look at this. Oh my god. The Phoenixes, if they had energy, GuMiho would leave this game right now.
Watch this, he's going to go to the side.
But there's no way to really stop the never-ending pressure that is going to occur now.
I wonder how many units were actually picked up in this game. You don't see Phoenixes get... I mean, Phoenixes can get a lot of value, but this is pretty impressive. By the way, that factory has been landed inside the main here, and I hope to draw attention back here, but it seems like sOs...
Ooh,
the left hand knows
cool
what the right
move.
hand is doing here. Oh! Yep,
Yeah.
that was handled perfectly.
Yep. Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. Gold base being taken.
Look at these supply differences right now. Like, GuMiho just can't scrape anything together. Look at that. His Stargate, or his Starport rather, that walks somewhere else, oops, gets scouted immediately when he's trying to go into Cloaked Banshee. Just, oh man.
But it also seems like sOs knows all the forks that GuMiho can take.
Yeah.
And, says, okay, well, basically, I think GuMiho was really smart for trying this, but he hit a bunch of buildings. He kept trying to double down, triple down, quadruple down on hidden stuff in the hopes that sOs would get comfortable, but it just never worked. He stopped it every single time.
It's like SOS figured out what GuMiho was up to, and then he pushed him down a set of stairs made out of rakes, at the bottom of which was a wood chipper, and that's what we're watching right now.
I feel like this is Inception or something, like he went 3 layers deep in the dream and gave him the idea to do the proxies.
Well, he scouted, right away after his pylon. When you do that and someone's proxying on like a 2-player map, you get there and you're like, oh, you're proxying, and then you do a 1-base build that kind of counters everything. This is definitely a decent example of one. Sometimes you see people go robo, right? Like Stats is, I guess, more of a robo guy. I went for that against proxy, but you can definitely just sit there and go Phoenixes. No problem.
Look at the pressure. He doesn't have to get that depot, but he's actually leaning that hard. I think it's virtually impossible for GuMiho to win this now.
It's
I'm trying to imagine a game where he gets down the ramp. All that needs to go wrong now is for the Stalkers to blink in the main, and then he gets stim again, and it just...
Well, if he can medevac down some units and has stim, like his army heads up might be able to do something.
Stim is going to get done before Blink does.
Yeah. But with the gold base up, like SOS should be getting a bunch of gates, a bunch of units up.
Well, he has unloaded some of that army, but it's spotted. Now, he does get the Oracle. That's something, but, again, this map is huge. So, I mean, to travel all the way across the map with SOS knowing, it's just the odds are so slim of anything working.
Ooh. GuMiho trying his best here to make something work. Walks in that stasis sword. That's all right, though. He's starting to get some sort of army together.
Okay, SOS is going to have to pull back for a second here.
Yeah.
No, I think this is something SOS is perfectly fine with. How do you think that? Do you think that Sentry's going to get away, Artosis?
No.
You think with Stim he'll maybe just get it?
Yeah. Stim a Marauder and go catch it.
You think there's going to be one force field that'll pop up if it has the energy?
Yeah.
Like right before a Sentry dies, I'll just spam out a force field, even though it's not an attack.
Certainly. I know that one well.
So as GuMiho is attempting to expand, by the way, if GuMiho wants to take a 3rd base, he'll probably have to float his main out.
This is actually a decent chance for GuMiho. He's made a good army. He's bringing his SCVs.
Look at this. I think this is his best shot. He takes all the SCVs. He doesn't want to end a long game. He's basically taking everything, the kitchen sink, and he's throwing it at SOS.
Blink is just about to finish here. This is so crucial that he has Blink. It gives him a chance still.
Now SOS needs to buy time. He blinks away, but the Zealots get mowed down. And he's going to try to isolate this army from getting back to the main, but of course with Blink, he can absolutely get there.
Was SOS too greedy here? Is he going for a base trade? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is so funny. What? This is not an attack move. Well, I guess...
All right. Well,
that pylon. That pylon, that's brutal.
Buckle up, everybody. We have a base trade going on here.
Okay, so... Now, what's the base trade victory condition?
Hold up. There's a floating building right just above the gold base for Terran. Are you seeing this on the minimap? See that little red blip above the gold base? Is it the starport?
Oh, yeah, that is the starport. Yeah.
So, of course, the win conditions for situations like this is whoever destroys the last building for their opponent wins the game.
SOS has money and a
but he has
probe out
Phoenixes.
map.
What am I saying? Yeah.
But GuMiho's done this very well. Like, he immediately dropped some units down to kill that gold when he saw that this was going to be a base trade type of scenario. There's not enough money for another command center, but he still has one. Oh, this is wild. I guess he's going to go catch the command center. Where do you build a building with this probe? You have 700 minerals.
Well, one thing to note is that the map is huge. So you probably want to spread your buildings out quite a bit. He has
everything will be revealed soon, right? So does he make a nexus so everything doesn't get revealed? If you do...
Yeah, I think you do. I think that's what
you don't get to see where the nexus is, but...
Yeah, you can only make one.
This is kind of crazy. I'm surprised that this is how this game went down when SOS had such a demanding lead. I guess he got a little bit too greedy. GuMiho just nailed something sharp. But very few buildings left. Like, if GuMiho just gathers his units together and floats some buildings over him and walks across the map, can he break him?
Yeah, I think that's what he wants to do is a building push.
Yeah,
you got to be careful, though.
I'm not sure if he can actually do it, though, with 2 sentries on top of the ramp and this many Blink Stalkers.
Where? Oh, I see. The Phoenixes are actually not far from the Terran army.
And he should be dogging them a little bit, I think.
Yeah, he makes a nexus down there in the main. But, with Terran having this many... Oh, okay, no, wait a minute. This is such an odd game.
Because with Stalkers on top of the ramp and a couple of force fields, Like, you're not going to get up there and
Yeah.
kill the Nexus,
But
right?
It seems like Terran shouldn't be able to drop easily, right? A drop is a real gamble. He has 2 sentries. I have to imagine they have a decent amount of energy, right?
With the Phoenixes there, you can't drop because the Stalkers can take on 3 medevacs of units, I would say.
But it's
right?
a long time before SOS is going to start mining again.
That's true.
And actually get an economy, like a real economy actually going here.
But GuMiho has to try something.
Okay, well,
where are those Phoenixes?
Where are the Phoenixes?
Oh, they're actually hunting a building.
Huh.
So he's putting a clock on him in that way?
I think that was
Oh, I don't think
this is unwise.
I don't think this works at all for GuMiho, but he's got to
let's
try
see.
it. He's got to try it.
Now remember, these medevacs, they don't have endless energy. They have a lot, but there's not. Well, I guess he can use the SCVs to repair the medevac.
Oh.
Okay, he baited that out. Nicely done, nicely done, nicely done.
I think that could have been slightly better. Like, if you do it and even one SCV gets stuck, right? That's more value.
This is all a numbers game.
And look at that. Oh, man, he's
Ooh.
using that Stalker range on the high ground. SOS just a master of these situations.
Keep in
no
mind-
one is better at these situations than him.
Medevacs are totally full. And SOS can start mining again. GuMiho cannot. GuMiho has to end this. The first probe is mining. Whoa!
Yeah, that force field.
Hold on. There's a drop coming in over here.
He's got to destroy the drop.
Yeah.
It is so crucial. And if he gets the medevacs, that's huge as well. Utilizing the Guardian shield here.
He should have one more force field if he wants.
Yeah, he needs the force field too. It's super. Oh my God, he actually just lost.
Oh
extra
my
there.
God! Is that tight?
Ooh.
Looks like the numbers are getting lower here. I think there is no longer a sentry in this game.
Yeah.
So it's just the Terran muscle.
9 Stalkers against 2 medevacs with a Marauder and 12 Marines.
He's got
and
him
12
cornered.
SCVs.
Keep in mind, that's the last building right there. Is he going to try to just gun it down?
Yeah, but he can make some more buildings. If he right-clicks on that, the probe got out. The probe got out. Look at this.
Oh my God.
This is crazy. Oh, he makes a geyser. That can be shot from the high ground.
I don't think there's enough stalkers here. But they might have, actually, the medevacs might have run out of energy.
Yeah, but there's only 3 Stalkers.
GG, GuMiho did it.
Wow.
Craziest comeback.
That was insane.
Craziest comeback. Oh my God, what a game.
I can't believe that happened.
You do not get better StarCraft than that.
No, that's like, it really, the early game went so heavily in SOS's favor, and then he just was like making a few too many nexuses, not enough gateways. GuMiho had enough where SOS decided base trade was the best scenario.
I don't think that SOS should have made the 3rd Nexus. He had a gold base.
Yes, no, I think you're exactly right. That's where he went wrong. If he added 3 more gates instead of a Nexus, right, and gone up to 8 gates instead of 5, and he's just sitting there making units, it almost doesn't even matter what the units are. It feels like he just kind of holds, especially if he's like recalls in his main base, force fields a ramp or something, but then GuMiho's on 2 base, right? So you got to be a little bit careful there. GuMiho will have reinforcements eventually. So, hey, look, it's a decisive move from SOS, and that is important.
All right, GuMiho did it. Could he do it one more time? SOS definitely full of regrets after that game. It's loaded up. We're going to Catalyst. The winner goes on to face off against ByuN in our winners match. Dude. Yes. Do it. So in theory, you don't do the same thing over and over in StarCraft, right? Because a smart player makes adjustments and stops you. But GuMiho is trying to pull an SOS on SOS here. He is once again opening with a proxied barracks.
Yeah, he sure is.
But SOS is scouting right away as well.
Indeed. That very quick scout once again. And once again, the depot in the near the mineral line, right? So that points towards a proxy factory as well. And it's especially interesting that his buildings aren't in his main base this game for SOS.
Yeah.
They're out front. That could mean that SOS was pre-planning to do like the Zealot Stalker rush to cancel a command center here that's somewhat popular recently. But yeah, now he's going to find this immediately. It will finish once again.
Watch this game go exactly as the last one. They base trade, and then SOS wins, and he's like, I had to make a point.
Yeah.
this best of 3 is a parable, okay?
Oh. We don't deserve him. He's too great.
He's just
he's too great for us. Ooh. Oh, the factory is being hidden behind his mineral line this time. That's super clever. Because right now, for SOS, this should look like there's a proxy factory somewhere, right? But he sees the SCV come back at the same time. Okay, he's going to see the fact. There it is.
I'm so glad that it's SOS in this situation against GuMiho. This is going to make it interesting. I feel like SOS is our build order Yogi. We just want to be around SOS's builds all the time.
Yeah, that's very true.
They make us better people. They make life better.
Except, oh my God, that is. I really like that too. Like the flexibility that's in there, right?
That's right. Yeah,
it's definitely part of it.
He's really in one with the game, you know.
Yeah, and like last game, for most of it, he was all like "Namaste in your base, bro."
Yeah, I mean, hold on, man. This Reaper's trying to do a lot of damage. It's actually 4 kills.
That is a serious amount of kills.
Boop.
Dude, I guess
Get him!
the Terrans are just like fighting back so strongly.
Did
I
ByuN
guess.
push GuMiho out of his chair and now he's playing this game? What's going on?
Seriously.
Yeah. It's ByuN and GuMiho in Archon mode against SOS. I can't believe it.
They're tagging each other in at this
right,
point.
yeah.
Six probe kills. That's so crazy. That's so many probe kills.
Well, our predictions might be way off today, Artosis.
Yeah, I thought the Protoss were just going to rocket right through the group.
We're going to lose our jobs to that octopus that predicted the World Cup. I mean, this is what's going down here.
Octopuses are smart, man.
There was one octopus, right? Do you know about this whole thing?
Yeah, I heard something about an octubus. Like,
it was just like picking flags, and it
matches.
just kept getting it right. It's like, wow.
Well, to be fair, it's soccer. It's like the dumbest sport, right?
Yeah,
So.
it's by far the worst e-sport out there.
Well, that's a fact,
Yeah.
man. I know that FIFA's always at like
they haven't patched that game in a long time. Yeah. There's too much redundancy in the maps in soccer.
I know, right?
Everybody outside America,
and they always
football.
use the same units.
The same units, yeah. Dude.
Oh boy.
Surprise.
Yeah.
So a lot was hinged on trying to, these guys are kind of crazy with games like this.
Yeah.
Like, who needs expansions?
Well, this is a crazy match, there's no doubt. When you think about these two players, even.
Gates.
And look, he's going Cloak Banshee behind it against an SOS that's like just skipping detection. Oh boy.
Well, SOS has to do a lot. Very quickly here.
And he was faking a shield battery and he canceled it. This is so funny. What am I even looking at? He was like making a shield battery. He's like, nah, get rid of that. Because the shield battery really didn't make too much sense unless he got attacked right away. That Cloaked Banshee, though, that's going to be brutal. 4 Cyclones up the ramp. Yeah, try to break that. It's going to work out perfectly.
Well, GuMiho definitely has, I think, a cleaner ending here.
Dude, I think he's just going to win with this.
Yeah.
Banshee's going to kill everything.
It will, and I don't believe there's any real way to get up the ramp.
If he doesn't blindly make, oh god, this is really good for him. Okay, he scouts it. That was so important. Now he can get a shield battery and go Robo immediately. Shield battery really slows down Banshees.
Robo started.
Yeah.
Look, the Cyclone just ran over
You
that.
better be
I'm like,
making a shield battery, I swear.
Blake started. Uh-oh. Okay. Banshee's coming. It's not there yet.
Where is it?
I think it's at the center left.
Okay.
See it flying up there.
Yeah.
This is just going to get up there,
Look
man.
at that
This is a
attack
lot
that's
of Widow
coming.
Mines, dude.
Wow, is GuMiho just going to
I think he's
slaughter
just going
in this game?
I think he's going to power bomb him.
Do you think?
I think he's going to suplex
This
him
is
like
going to look
Zangief
more like
in
a
Street
monster
Fighter.
punch.
Oh my god, he instantly
Yeah.
GG.
Wow. Well,
GG.
okay,
What a series.
Everything turned on its head today, okay? Like, Stats has
everybody-
generally always killed ByuN.
Guys, let's all just go get a tattoo now, all right? Let's just do it. Let's all get a tattoo to
Let's all
remember
be
this.
crazy.
Yeah, this best of 3.
And if you look like Todd, just get a tattoo removed.
Yeah, get a tattoo. It's so funny. That was so impressive there.
Yeah.
GuMiho beats SOS in like that. Today's games have been so good.
They've been crazy.
Good.
They've been awesome. And
Yeah.
it's like such a turnaround, too. Like, SOS was looking great in Game 1, and here we are in Game 3, and GuMiho has cleaned him up. We get a TVT now.
TVT for the winners. ByuN versus GuMiho. Stick around.
Something's up.